So first and foremost, the most important thing I say every cup competition is to make sure we were in the next round. And I must give Norwich CBS some credit. I thought they were one of the best sides we played this year, without a doubt. I thought the way they started the game was very much on the front foot. We had a really good chance just before their opener, and I've got to be honest, I was really disappointed with the goal that we conceded. There was a chain of events leading up to it, and we'd had a warning shot about a minute before. We'd given away a couple of really cheap corners, and the quality of their delivery into the box was very good. And to be fair to that, he's got free far too easy and finds the far corner. And straight away, then you think we hadn't really come out the traps quick enough, in my opinion. But credit to the lads, we then get ourselves back into the game. We have a really good chance through Tolu at the back stick. Charlie Jones then makes a really good save from another corner where again we didn't pick up, which is very unlike us. We're normally very well organised and well structured from corners defensively. So that was a concern. Then Joe Sellers-West, to be fair, a wonderful strike on the half volley in off the post, and then moments later, literally after the goal, their lad then gets involved in an off the ball incident with Benji Crilly and then Joe Mead. And for the first time in a long time, we come on the good side of a referee's decision. So a lot of people felt that was the turning point in the game. I think there's often a misconception and a bit of a myth that sometimes when a team's down to 10 men, it actually becomes easier. It actually goes the other way, I think, in most cases, especially when you play against a side like them. They were all experienced players. They had some really good players, to be fair to Norwich CBS. And what they then do is they've got something to hold on to. It was quite clear in the second half they weren't going to try and come out and have any ambition to go and try and win the game. They've got lads there in open play just booting the ball out the ground, and they were quite happy to go to penalties. And it felt, one thing that continuously pleases me with this group is our relentless nature, where we just kept going. We've had a couple of really good chances we haven't took, and then you think, is it going to be one of these days? Because like anything with penalties, sometimes it galvanises the opposition because of everything that's gone against them. But unbelievable composure from Ethan with 2 minutes to go to not slash at it. He just slides it across, and then Manny's in the right place at the right time and gets himself his second goal in 2 games. So really, really pleased with it. As I said, it was a tough tie. I said it in the build-up to it. Anybody who thinks there's a huge gap between the levels is wrong. It's very, very tight, and they gave us a really, really tough contest. And from my perspective, I'm just absolutely delighted we're in the next round. I've got to be honest, I was really impressed with Harpenden. Good side, they're very technical, exactly what we thought they would be in terms of they move the ball. They've got some fantastic players at the front end of the pitch. They've got really good technical players in the middle of midfield that play, try to play through you. We went with a game plan. We got off to a fantastic start in terms of in moments, a terrific ball by Isaac. And then it's a wonderful finish from Joe Sellers-West coming in off the right touch line on his left foot into the far corner. So we started in the ascendancy. They probably created more chances against us in that game than we've conceded all season. But credit to our lads, they've got some big blocks in. We've got, to be fair, Connor Coulson's made 3 outstanding saves that keeps us in it, really. And then it goes to a penalty, which, to be fair to the referee, I've got to give him his dues. As much as I sit there, I always try and give a fair synopsis on it. Makes the decision. It looks to me on the video, it's hit Crilly's hand. And then, to be fair to Dean Morgan, he dispatches it well into the far corner. And from my perspective, I think I stand by it. And I think I spoke to a few of the boys afterwards. That's the sort of game last year that probably would have gone to 2s and 3-1s. We'd have lost that one. But what we had to do was dig in. We had to dig deep. We had a couple of really good chances on the transition, on the course of the game. I think when I summarise the game, I think if we'd won it, I think it would have been very, very harsh on Harpenden. I know last 3 or 4 minutes we had some decent chances. We had some good opportunities from wide areas, from free kicks. But I think overall on the balance of play, I think a draw. There's a good point and a bad point at this level. Sometimes you get a draw and it's a bad draw. I think that's a good draw for us yesterday. I think it's a good point. And like I said, when you go through the team yesterday, you've got 7 regular starters missing, and unfortunately for us at the moment, it's not happening to players on the fringe or on the cusp. It's happening to players that are massively important to us. We've got our leading goal scorer missing, we've got our captain missing, we've got Luke Dunstan missing, we've got Terence Muchinaripi missing, you've got Carl Davison-Gordon missing, you've got Liam McCrowan missing. there's so many facets at the moment in which we're just trying to fix things as we're going. But what we are doing, to be fair to the boys, they're giving absolutely everything for us. I thought once again last night we looked fit. We didn't look dead on our feet towards the end. We've had to make loads of reshuffles, loads of changes in the course of the game. Delighted for Rory Mills, delighted for Dan Naylor. I thought they both came in again and gave really good performances, as did Harry Beaumont, who led fantastically as a captain. But if I look at everyone yesterday, to be fair, we didn't have what you call passengers. People were big in the big moments of the game. Another excellent performance from Benji Crilly, Ethan Creary, Jardel. There were some really, really good performances, and we've got a long way to still go. I still think we've got a couple of gears that we need to go up, but the exciting thing for us now is that we are going away from home. We are not getting beat. I think we're the only side in the division now yet to lose. But what I am very mindful of at the moment is we're drawing too many. So we need to change that, and we need to change it quickly. Obviously nothing going on this Saturday, but the good thing for us is with the players that we've got returning from suspension and injury, we're only going to get better. We're only going to get stronger. So yeah, I'm very, very optimistic about the forthcoming few weeks. Yeah, so I think Saturday's a good one. We were going to have the lads in. I think I'm going to give them Saturday off. Obviously, I'll be still working along with all the staff. We'll be out watching games, watching opposition. But I think the effort the boys have put in has been fantastic. I think a few of them are nursing knocks and bruises, but also I think the intensity that I demand from the group and that intensity level every time they turn up here, I think sometimes they just need to emotionally step off the treadmill and recharge, and that's what we're looking to do. And like I said, they're giving us absolutely everything, these boys. We're a fit group, we're very well organised, and I think going into Tuesday's game against Harpenden, we'll obviously do our analysis, we'll do our Zoom call with the boys and make sure we prepare thoroughly. But yeah, I think it's important, especially with the busy schedule coming up, I think to give a few that are sort of walking and carrying knocks a little bit of time to recuperate. Luke Dunstan's still got his back problem. We're hopeful to have him back for Tuesday, but again, what we're not going to do is rush it. Carl Davison-Gordon, we're hopeful, is probably about another 3 weeks away, so we're hopeful we'll start to get him back sort of middle of November. We've got one game now until we get Carl Faulkner, Liam McCrowan back from suspension. Alfie Osborne should be medically cleared to return to us on Tuesday against Harpenden. Terence is obviously still out with a knee problem. Dylan Baker, we're hopeful his shoulder yesterday is nothing too serious. So again, we're really hopeful we'll have him for Tuesday. So a couple of bumps and bruises. It just seems to be the same positions at the moment. And like I said earlier on, I've said it this season, I don't like that victim mentality. I don't want us to sit there and feel sorry for ourselves. Every club's going to get injuries. Every club's going to get suspensions. The good thing for us at the moment is we are stretched as a squad. But I believe in the depth, and I think that the players are justifying that. That's why we're not actively going out trying to recruit new players. Another midweek game, another game on the road. As I said, if we look at our last 3 away games now, they've been draws. Some in there that are good points, some that we're disappointed with, if I'm being honest. And what we have to do now is make sure that we start turning these draws into wins. And Harpenden, to be fair, they've had some good results this season. Very competitive side. They've got some good players. They're a side that impressed me last year. The same management team, so we'd expect them to be very similar. But like anything, we say it every single week, and I'll probably bore people saying it, but for us, it's about what we do. It's about making sure we get the best from our players. We know there's quite a tight pitch. Said midweek games, that if you're going to be successful throughout the course of the season, you've got to make sure you go to your midweek games and get results. And at the moment, we're finding ways to get points on the board, but we definitely see Tuesday as a need to get 3 points. That's a big thing for us, and it's not going to be easy. No games at this level are easy, unfortunately. I wish there was a few gimmies, but that's just not happening at the moment. We take them very seriously. We've got a lot of respect for them as a football club. But ultimately, it's a game we're looking forward to. Hopefully, we'll be well rested off the back of the weekend and a hard game yesterday. But like I said to the players, must be responsible, because before you know it, it'll be Harpenden away on Tuesday night, and then we've got a very, very tough run coming up over the next 5 or 6 weeks. So we're going to be pushed, and I think over the next 5 to 6 weeks, I'll certainly have a much clearer indication of where we are as a group, where we need to improve moving forwards, and ultimately what we think we need to do in order to achieve our end of season goals. So I'm sure we'll be back once again like we were last night, like we've been at every away game. We seem to be taking over away venues at the moment. The support we continue to get has been absolutely superb, and I thank each and every one of you for the time you're taking and the journeys that you're making for us. It's massively appreciated by myself and the players, and long may they continue. I think the lads are also doing a walk on Tuesday night, if I'm right. Scotty, the regiment, Andy Burrows, Pete, I think they're making the long trek like they did last year. So hopefully we'll be able to support them as much as we can as well, and start getting those messages out to others. But good luck on the walk, guys. I hope the weather's better than it was last year, and look forward to seeing you support there on Tuesday night.